Hello. So this video is for you who think and feel that you've made some deep inner work. Maybe you've been through therapy or you've done your own therapy, you've been to retreats, like you've changed perceptions of yourself and of other people and of your reality, like inside of yourself. You feel a shift in you. You've done a lot of work. So this video is for you to give you some thoughts, some inspirations on how you can actually then be more efficient with your change and to see, are you actually living the life that you have changed inside? Are you actually living that life externally? For example, it might be that you have new insights, you've had emotional breakthroughs, you've had new belief systems happening in you, you've changed inside. However, you're still living the same life. You're still living with the same people. You still have the same relationships. You still have the same job. You still live in the same place. You still have the same lifestyle. The chance is quite, or the risk I should say, is quite big that you actually haven't changed, or like you're still stuck in the same reality and the same frequency of living and in the same sort of low vibe reality as you were before. Like even though you have changed, you haven't really. So this is like really important point actually, that if you truly want to change and truly want to live like in more flow with life, in more bliss, in more happiness, in more love, then it's not enough to only change inside. I'm telling you, you need to also change your habits, your behavior, the way you talk, the way you communicate, the way you relate, your lifestyle, the way of living, everything. I'm sorry, but it's really hard work to change that. But that is where the actual change of living a new life lays in. So ask yourself, yeah, I've been to therapy. Yeah. So I know what's good for me and I know what's right and I know how to feel things and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but look at your life. How do you live your life? Do you live as you preach? Do you live a life where you actually are more open and communicating? And do you live more a life in love, like you feel inside, when like you felt inside at that therapy session? Because honestly, you know, therapy is a very constructed reality, is a very special context. I mean, I've met people like in my private life where they say, yeah, I have no problems with intimacy because in my therapy, blah, 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 with my therapist. Yeah, but that was your therapist. That's not real life. It's a very special constructed reality where you're supposed to be intimate. You're supposed to be open, and that therapist is only there for you. It's not the same as in real life with the person also that you have feelings for. So you need to, you know, practice it in real life, and that's way harder. So how do you notice this? Well, how do you notice if you really changed? Well, you see, you look at your life and you, if you really want to also live in according to the environment you have inside now, like the insides you have inside, then you have to dare to let go of some relationships that doesn't serve you no more. Like some relationships that is like a reminder of your past. I mean, and that's the difficult job. And I've talked about that in other videos, like how difficult it is to change. I cannot stress that enough. It's so difficult. You have to be kind and humble towards yourself because your past, however bad it was for you, it's familiar and it's home and it's comfort. And the new life you don't know nothing about is unknown. And yeah, it may potentially give you love and happiness, etc., but you don't know. So to take that leap of faith is very difficult. And there's also a lot of grief in letting go of certain relationships. And sometimes I actually doesn't have to be like to let go of certain like breaking up or like leaving or like never see a person again, or like a friend or a romantic partner or whatever. It doesn't have to be like that. It can also be more about letting go of the attachment to the person. So this is also important. You don't have to like leave the person physically, like, or forever goodbye. It's like letting go of the attachment to the person, like the unhealthy attachment, like the expectations that this person is gonna fulfill my life or whatever, or I need to be perfect for this person, or whatever your past programming from your upbringing was. So it's letting go of the attachments to the past, the strings, whatever, navel cord, whatever it's called in English. You have to let go of that. That's the thing. If you want to create like a more possibility for you to actually in real life create a new life for you. So look at your life and see like what memories or what reminds me of the way I lived in my past life, or have I actually changed? And then work, you need to have the courage to then actually change your life in IRL, like not only in your mind, but to truly change your behaviors, the way you relate, your actions, etc. And when you do that, and you might need support in that, and actually I have a digital course in that, how you do that, how you stop before you start. So you might, want to consider to take that course, so you really can learn how to let go of your past, how to let go, how to stop with past things in order to start with new things. Because it's not only in internal emotional shifts, it's also in actions, or like in doing actual changes. So the link to that course is in description here, so you can take that course if you want to, because there you will also learn how to, when you have done the changes, and maybe when you have actually let go of past relationships, past lives, don't trust that only because you've done that, your potential new relationships will be a part of your new life, or your new vibe of love and potential, or potentiality and positivity. It might not be that simple. It might be that you still attract the wrong people, or you still attract the people from your past. Because why? It's in your memory, which is in your body. The body keeps the score, so it's like in your cells. Your past is like, you cannot like get away from it that easily. So even though you feel as if you have changed, the possibility, the risk of you attracting someone that is more like treating you like someone from your past was treating you, that is actually not in your highest power, is very high. Is very high. So you will do that. However, when you've done the work, when you've done the change, the possibility of you becoming aware of it earlier than if you're asleep is higher, at least. So it's all about being aware. And all the time when you let someone new in, like if you've done a lot of work of change, like going to therapy, etc., and you reflected about and you changed, etc., then you should be really aware whenever you let in a new relationship in your life. I talked about in this relationships videos that to not follow your emotions, right? So this is exactly about that thing. You should really get to know the person, the new person, like before you turn on the emotions. And sometimes that's difficult because you feel attraction or you feel a lot of things, but you need to contain them. It's a lot of videos on that theme. So look at all that relationship themes videos, because that's what this is about. So you should really get to know the person, which is about getting to know yourself, so that you can have time to discover, is this a person that matches my new change, my new reality, my new vibe, or is this a person from my past? Right? So awareness, and then the belief in your power to say no and to let go before it's too late, before you're too entangled, to let go and to say, no, I'm not interested in that person, because it's just going to keep me in the old reality. And that's also good to be reminded of. When you've done a big change, when you've done big shifts, your past will come after you and they want you back. We want you like, come back. We want to miss you here. We want you to be here with us. That is what's going to happen. So you just need to be really aware and be really clever and not be asleep, because they want to come and haunt you. Oh, that sounds horrible, but it's a bit like that. And so that you can become aware of it and then say stop to it and not choose it and say no to it. Instead, open up the doors for what you actually want to let in. Because the power is in you to create your own reality. It's totally your power. You have to understand that. Like when you've done the work, if you really have done the work, and again, my course can help you with it. Also this part about choosing, becoming aware of what if a new person is coming into your life, it's something that matches your vibe. My course, How to Love Yourself and Live Fully, can help you with that. So sometimes you really need like help and support in understanding what you're supposed to do. So please take that course if you feel lost. If not, if you've done the work and if you feel like you can do it, this is a reminder, like, yeah, you have the power to continuously create your own reality. Like, it's just because you've done the inner work, the inner change, it doesn't mean that everything will just be free floating from then on. It's like, that's when the work continues. That's when you create your reality. That's when it's the beginning. But you will never reach it if you've done the work, but you're still living your old life and with the same people and the same reality and just same. It will not help you. It's about really creating the possibility, or so like the environment for you that like works for your highest good, that gives you, like, it's of service for you. It's really of creating the most profitable environment for you to grow and become the best self. Okay, so that's really what it is about when you really want to change from inside and out, like changing your inner reality, and so you can change your external reality, so that you can create the best, safe and profitable environment for you to be the best you. I hope this was helpful for you. Again, take my course if you want extra help and guidance in this. I wish you the best of luck in your transformation. Have a good day.